Hi, this is Connie Gallagher with the Helping Hand Society. I am joined today with Sam Kelly and Christina Armstrong from Bridges to Independence. Excited to see you guys. New world that we're living in with all this technology and Zoom meetings, but it's better than nothing. So the Helping Hand Society wanted to touch base and connect with you, and then hear a little bit about how this pandemic is affecting your programming, and just an overall update on what the organization is doing.
Sure. Thank you so much for having us, and thank you to the Helping Hands Society for your continued support of our programs and services. Just as a refresher, in case you don't know, our vision is to break intergenerational cycles of poverty, which we carry out through three core programs. We operate Arlington County's largest emergency family shelter called Sullivan House. We also offer a permanent housing program, and we also provide community empowerment opportunities in the Green Valley community here in Arlington County. So to answer your question, our programming has been impacted in at least three ways during this current pandemic. Number one, prolonged and increased rental subsidy programming for our clients who are in permanent housing. It's caused us to adjust our workforce development programming in a way that's meaningful to our participants. And also, it has inspired a merger that was completed in December. So we've been very busy over the course of this pandemic.
The merger. Can you want to shed a little bit of light on that so when we have other folks, our members listen, they'll have an understanding of what we're talking about?
Absolutely. So back in December, Bridges to Independence acquired the Bonder and Amanda Johnson Community Development Corporation, which is located in the Green Valley neighborhood here in Arlington. We decided to come together as one organization to increase our footprint there in the Green Valley community to be able to serve more clients or more families rather through our supportive services, to include youth development, workforce development, as well as our financial empowerment counseling. We believe that we're going to have much of a broader reach to participants than what we currently have with just Bridges to Independence. So this is something that we're really excited about. The community there in Green Valley is fired up about it and has welcomed us with open arms. The county is excited about what we're doing, and so it's just a really exciting time for Bridges.
So you did the merger, and how, from an overall standpoint, from the COVID-19, how is that working out with the families that you're working with? It's got to be a real changer, right? A game changer.
Yes, it is. It's a huge game changer for our families in a few ways. For one, our rental subsidies and housing program. Pre-pandemic, Bridges covered about 100% of the rent for the first 3 months, and then we would step down those subsidies by 25% every 3 months thereafter until families could sustain rent on their own, usually within a year and a half. But during this prolonged period of the pandemic, Bridges has essentially been forced to cover 75 to 100% of those rental subsidies in most cases, which means that we've spent so much throughout the year, we're facing a shortfall in our fourth quarter to help families with their rent. Starting this month, because our fiscal year is July 1st through June 30th. It's also impacted our workforce development programming. At the start of the pandemic, about 80% of our families became unemployed or saw some type of reduction in their hours almost overnight, because the majority of them work in food service or retail.
Yep.
There are also these are the two industries that are still actually very slow to reopen even a year later. So we've shifted our focus to helping families with certifications and trainings, such as completing their GED, enrolling in ESL classes, registering them for IT classes, and helping them obtain certifications in childcare. We have had some families participate in COVID-19 contact tracing trainings, security management, and more. So we're trying to be as creative as we can to get our folks prepared so that when the workforce does reopen in a meaningful way, they're ready to dive right in. In regards to the merger, the pandemic gave our community a moment to kind of have some discussions that we wouldn't have had otherwise. The board of Bonder and Amanda Johnson Community Development Corporation and Bridges leadership, we began these discussions about opportunities for efficiencies in terms of operational cost savings, because some of the program overlap between our two organizations were just glaring. We discussed the extension of some robust programming that could happen because of the program experience that Bridges has. So then the result is that this caused us to unify into one organization. And what's been beautiful about that is we were able to secure a grant with this organization called Compass, which is a nonprofit group of consultants that provide pro bono consulting services. And what they're doing is helping to guide how we unify these programs through some sort of program integration. And so we've been working through that. So our time has been well spent bringing all of these things together. And so it's been really great for us.
Christina, do you have anything that you want to add?
We'll just add that we'd love to have the Helping Hands Society get involved and volunteer with us. We have lots of volunteer opportunities, whether virtually or in person.
Okay.
Specifically coming up, we have we're hosting a drive for Drew Elementary School in Green Valley.
Okay.
We're looking for specific food items, kids' clothes, because of course they were able to learn virtually, many in their pajamas. And now that they're going back to school a year later, the kids have outgrown their clothes and the families are asking for support there. We have a flyer that we can send around. And also our shelter has always ongoing urgent needs that people can take a look at our website and look at what those needs are. And the third and final thing that I want to share with everyone as well is that we have our bash coming up on April 16th. It's our virtual bash extravaganza, where you can join us online to help us raise money for our rental subsidy program.
That sounds fantastic. So definitely send me the flyer, and we'll see if we can't push that out to our members. And I don't know if you guys can see the wall behind me.
Yes,
Does that look
absolutely.
familiar?
It
Does
does.
this here look familiar? Fresh lemonade, the fresh lemonade stand. I've got the two other ones over here on my other wall, but what a fabulous idea to do that. To the kids are talented. I mean, I was shocked at how, and the paintings, I'm just for everybody who's watching, the paintings I'm pointing at were actually painted by families, young kids who were participating and working with Bridges to Independence. So they had a lemonade stand, and all these great photographs came out of it. And so that's really cool. I look forward to doing that again. Is there anything else? You'll send us the flyer. We'll see if we can't get that out to the members with this video and see if we can't spark a little bit of interest. And yeah, thank you guys very much for taking, a few minutes to sort of give us a check-in. We're always looking for ways to continue to support our charities, and we certainly do enjoy working with you all and the good work that you're doing. So thank you very much.
Thank you. We would like to extend a hearty thank you to the Helping Hands Society for all of your generosity towards Bridges to Independence. If it were not for generous organizations and groups like yourselves, we would just be lost out here. So we are truly grateful for your support. And I'd just like to also extend that thank you on behalf of our board of directors as well for your support. We truly appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, thank you both again. And Sam, it's always good to see you. It was a nice surprise.
Always.
I don't usually like surprises, but this was a nice one. And I look forward to catching up with you all again in the near future. And in the meantime, be safe.
You do the same.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Take care.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye-bye.